Ooh, Ami Cole, R.I.P. Oh,
Where she said until September. I got a
I
couple of things
know.
today, actually. So I got the clear one, which I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
order a backup for. I got the brown one
I need the
because I
brown one. I
figured that
haven't
would look.
tried that one. Yeah.
That one's called Excellent. And then I got two of the foundation sticks. Um,
Ooh.
so I got 130, which will be my hands is oily because I was just putting lotion on, but this will be like a contour on me.
Mm-hmm.
But the formula for this is phenomenal. I'm hoping what's gonna happen is we about to blow these cells out the water and maybe she changes her mind or she goes kind of dark for a couple of years and in a few years she comes back.
That's what I'm hoping
Um,
for too.
and then I got one like a all over color. Because the girl swatched this on my face and it like disappeared and I was like, yes, I need that. So I
Ooh.
got that. The other thing that I recently purchased that as I'm sitting here, I can finish putting the lotion on. This is just y'all. Um, nothing. Oh, I'll do that in a minute. I've never used EOS lotions before, but
Mm-hmm.
this creme de pistachio,
Is it good? Is it a better smell?
I like this one better than that, whatever that vanilla shit was. Because I went into the store that we no longer shop at and I
Mm-hmm.
sniffed the vanilla one and I slammed it right back on the counter. I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I
Very
didn't like the
offensive.
vanilla.
The vanilla I didn't
Yeah.
like, but
Yeah.
this smells good. It
Okay.
it fresh out the bottle, it's a little strong. So I layer it on top of something else. So like I usually put my oil on right when my body is damp because the girls on the internet are saying to put oil on after your lotion to seal
That's
the
what I was
lotion
seeing
in.
too. That doesn't how
I've
it
seen
But
that too.
works. Yeah.
that's not how that works. You put it on while
Mm-hmm.
your body is damp to seal that moisture in, and then you put lotion on top of that.
Or I've seen
Mm-hmm.
them adding it to their lotion.
I've
That
done the
I do
adding to the
sometimes.
lotion, yeah. That's
It
actually
Hmm.
not depending if I'm like in a rush and I can't do the whole
right.
shebang and all the other stuff, yeah.
But it's like as a tism girly, right? My brain works. I have methods. There's a list. Everything is a list in my mind. So I do the oil first because while the oil is like while I'm air drying, I could do my skincare routine. So by the time I
Mm-hmm.
finish doing my skincare, brushing my teeth, all of that stuff before bed, then I could just come in here, throw some lotion on. Deodorant too, because the girls don't put deodorant on before bed, apparently. And I'm like, ain't that part of your hygiene routine? What do you mean? But who are me? So yeah, this I've been enjoying it. It layers really well with the like scent combinations that I normally wear anyway. Like I saw Jackie talking about it and I was like, "Ooh, I need that."
Yeah, I need that.
Tried the EOS lotion before, but my skin is so I use one lotion. It's Carrie lotion. I can only get it at Walmart or maybe Amazon. But then what if I order it on Amazon and it's not the real deal? That's the only lotion I can use because every other lotion, it looks like 5 minutes later, I've been rolling around in flour. What is going on?
Do
Oh
you use
yeah, no.
Nivea too? Or
No, I
tried it?
can't. I don't use that either.
Oh, because I use the was the extra nourishing something. That
Yeah,
has to be
wait,
the
hold
best
on.
I've
lotion I
tried.
have.
I have it actually in my cabinet for when I do run out of lotion, but like since I work from home and I'm here all the time, I
Mm-hmm.
reapply it so much and my skin gets dry and itchy and I'm just like, you know what?
Oh no. Can you
The
use any body
Nivea,
butters?
I was about to show you a body
I
butter.
have used some body butter before, like with the
Mm-hmm.
Shea, like extra thick. The lotion that I have, it's has like vitamin E oil, it has Shea in it, and something else that's really thick. People hate using my lotion. They're like, "Oh my God, this is so thick." And I say, "Yeah, I like to be moisturized.
Moisturize
As
that.
you should.
I like to be
So
You know?
A brand that I've been using like since I was a kid. It's called Puka Pure and Simple. They're like all natural. So the owners, Dawn created this company because she has MS, and a lot
Mhm.
of products on the market trigger her MS. So she wanted stuff that was legit clean, but that also worked or whatever the case may be. You might like their stuff. So I think we got like some sample packs or whatever. I'll put some in the mail for you so you
I
can
was gonna say, go and send me a picture of that because all I heard was Pookie butt, blah blah blah, and I'm not even gonna try to write that down.
I'll send you a link to their website. They call me the Puka baby because I've literally been coming there since, like, mom and I have been using them
Mhm.
since we were a kid. Like, they've become family over the years. And I remember it was like one time they usually for the summers they do like a pineapple scent and they do like a
Mhm.
pineapple
Mm.
splash party or whatever.
Mhm.
And one year, mom was like, we had to go because she had to get her pineapple stuff, whatever. And mom was like, oh yeah, she was going on a trip or something like that. And they were like, well, who's gonna watch the baby? And mommy was like, I ain't had a baby in years. She's staying at the house by herself. And they were like, Dawn was like, I'm gonna have to get you some juice boxes. I'll pack you a lunch every day. Like, who was gonna watch the baby? So it's funny because every time they see me, they just be like, what happened? You was just this little kid that was coming in here. They used to have like workshops and all kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, you might like them. I usually use them more in the wintertime though, because like I'll
Mhm.
put my oil on first and then I'll layer that instead of a lotion. Because it's thicker and it just goes longer in the wintertime.
Yeah,
Um,
y'all got actual winters there, so.
yeah. Got to be outside greased up because
Yeah.
your skin will freeze up and crack off.
And that's why people don't like my lotion because here we're humid, you walk outside, you're in a soup. And so they don't like to use my lotion because they're like, I feel like I'm melting. And I said, I don't have those problems. So
And that's why it's my lotion.
Get y'all. And here go me. Listen, especially at night, like during the day, I might get away with oh, I'm gonna just throw on a little bit of oil or whatever, and I'll be
Mhm.
okay. But at night, I go to bed shining like a crystal ball. I will be greased up. Okay. That's why everybody be like, why your skin is just so, yeah, girl. Because I moisturize from the inside out, everything shining. Okay. But well, guys, this is Shelby.
And this is Jess.
And welcome to the League of Extraordinary Readers. I know you hear that third voice. That is our friend Charisse. She is here to hang out with us this week. We are going to talk all things what we are reading, some summer reads. Do we do summer reading? Do we not do summer reading? And whatever else comes to mind. Who wants to talk about their week first?
Mm. Go ahead, Sharice. You're the guest.
I was gonna say it's one of y'all.
well, firstly, I want to say that I'm so happy to be on Literature Extraordinaire podcast. I've been waiting. I've been waiting, and I'm so glad that I was telling my mom that I was going to be a guest, and I had to tell myself 5 times League of Extraordinary Readers, League of Extraordinary, because it's just in my mind now that it's Literature Extraordinaire. My week has been great. I've been released. Jess and I have been released from the Love Island
Oh
chokehold.
Lord.
Just a
And
little bit, not too much,
they
not
still
too
on our
much.
necks too.
They're still on our necks, but we've been released. I watched another show, Shrinking, on Apple TV. I watched the
Mm.
last episode yesterday.
What's shrinking about? That sounds familiar.
So it's about this psychiatrist, this therapist. He's grieving. His wife died, and like he's grieving, his daughter's grieving, and then like all their friends and everything going on in their lives. It was actually really good. It has it's this white man from How I Met Your Mother. don't know his name. I just know he was in that show.
Hmm.
Okay.
Harrison Ford is in it.
Oh.
I, I love
Hmm.
Harrison Ford. He is so funny and he is aging with such grace.
He's so funny. And then I know her first name is Jessica. And if you've seen Intergalactic on Netflix, she voices the main female character. And I think
Which show?
Shrinking.
No, no, no. Who was
Oh,
Jessica? What was she
in
in?
Intergalactic, Kid Cudi's little movie. I think her character's name is like Willow. The fact that I cannot remember the character's name as if I don't watch that movie all the time is crazy. But yeah, I watched that show.
Oh,
It was really good.
you are
Oh,
amongst people
this
that also
one.
don't know
Oh,
the name of
Jessica
anything.
Williams.
Um, First of all, Shelby,
Uh-huh.
we didn't need to say that. We didn't need to
What?
tell the people my business.
That
They could
don't
have
nobody
just
know the
thought that
name of
I
nothing?
forgot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I really don't know the name of nothing because I was in my co-working meeting like, yeah, I was gonna make this plushie. It's some cat with a beanie and the beanie got a skull on it. And I'm asking my best friend Vanessa, I'm like, you know what I'm talking about? And then Vanessa says the name, and this other girl was like, I think that's a bunny. I don't think it's a cat. And Vanessa's like, Charisse doesn't know the name of anything. And she describes them so strange that you really have to figure out what she means.
A bunny
It's a
She didn't
bunny.
have to do you like that.
It's like one of those, it's in the Hello Kitty
universe. Got you.
universe. And apparently
Mm-hmm.
it's a
Mm-hmm.
bunny. I thought that hoe was a cat. Um, but
The
Jessica
host.
Williams,
Okay.
that's her name.
Yeah.
She's in it. Jason Siegel?
Momoa or
No.
Cena? John Cena?
Siegel? No, Jason Siegel.
Oh, I don't know.
Now we just
It's a
making shit
really
up.
cute. That's his name. I'm reading it.
Okay.
Look, wait. That's what he looked like.
The way the way me and Jess both zoomed in, can't see nothing.
Can't see that one
You can't see
thing.
it?
I mean
No,
Oh,
I
now
mean
we could,
barely.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Let me just look it
Jason.
up.
Uh-huh. That's gonna be the best bet.
Yeah.
yeah. He was in some movie called
Oh,
Forgetting Sarah
him.
Marshall.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah,
Okay,
he was
yeah,
in How I
yeah.
Met Your Mother. See?
Okay, okay.
But yeah, week's been good. Just waiting for tomorrow to be over so I don't have to turn on my work computer and deal with those people. So,
Did you read anything? Or you just been watching TV decompressing
um,
from Love Island?
I just finished King of Ashes this
Oh,
earlier today. Let me tell you what.
what a time.
If I were what's the name Roman, y'all gonna take my brother. Actually, I'll give you the money and you can have him because, sir, act like you got some goddamn sense, please, and thank you.
I low-key kind of want like a prequel of sorts, just to outline how like we know how they got there, but I really want to know how they got there. You know what I mean? Like a prequel of like just like how did this boy get here like this?
Yeah, because he was just yeah. But yeah, I mean, I really like the book. I think it's my favorite
Yeah.
S.A. Cosby book I've read so far. And then I also started Between Lovers and Friends.
Oh yeah, I have that on my shelf too.
But I'm reading it with my eyes, so it's taking me a minute. Because for some reason now, every time I start reading with my eyes, I get sleepy. And I said, is this what life after almost 35 is like? Like, is this what's gonna occur? I'm
So
gonna fall
bad.
asleep every time I read with my eye. Jesus.
You
That's
know
how I feel.
what? I'm not even gonna I ain't even gonna judge you, friend.
Listen, I be judging myself. Be two paragraphs in, yawning. What is going on? I
Not
took it.
yawning.
I've low key been having a similar like experience, but I'm blaming grief. Like I think I just can't focus and Like
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I either need to
Yeah.
be doing like both, like reading and listening, or if I, and
Hmm.
it's not just like if I'm reading with my eyes, I'm having a struggle. If I'm just listening to an audiobook and I'm not doing something else, whether it's reading or
Mm-hmm.
moving or whatever, I'll be like, whom are these people? How did we
Mm-hmm.
what happened? So it's not just a like physical reading thing, it's
Hmm.
a reading in general. I need to do both. Because I was trying to listen to Hermetic season earlier while I was walking Gunner and the birds was chirping. I was spotting birds and
Mm-hmm.
shit. And I was like, wait a minute. Ain't we in the market looking for the girl? What happened? So Jess, how was your week?
Same as Charisse coming down off of Love Island after they chewed me alive on Threads for 40 days and 40
No,
nights.
they was on my girl's neck. I had to tag myself in.
She had to
I
tag
tagged
in
myself
Charisse.
in, and then at one point I was really finna go off on the girl. Like I typed it out, posted it, went back
Yeah.
and deleted it because I said, you know what? We're not gonna get my pressure up.
So listen, so this is what I said. So Pepe is one of the islanders. Pepe is Cuban and Spaniard, so he's from Spain. We got a family night. We saw his parents, white as the walls. They too,
Okay.
obviously, are Cuban. They're the ones that from Cuba and Spain. Okay.
Okay.
Pepe was born in Spain and he has a lovely tan.
Is
But I
this
know,
when I saw you saying to somebody, like race and ethnicity, two different
yes,
things? Is
two
this what was
different things.
happening?
Yes, this is
Okay.
what's happening. So and everybody was like, because Nick is another white boy in the villa. So everybody is like, Nick is the only white boy in the villa now. I said, did we forget Pepe existed? Like, did we just assume that Pepe was
Oh, I know
not
they was getting
white?
you together because
No,
people like to
they
be strong and wrong. Ooh, friend, I'm sorry. Why you ain't say something? I mean, I couldn't fight that battle for you too well because I don't watch the show. But I would have been in there like, don't you talk to my friend like that?
that's why I
It
tagged
start
myself in.
it started off fine because people were agreeing. When I sent it to Charisse, people were agreeing. But then there's this one girl, and I want to get to her because she's on my recent thread too.
She came back for
Again
more.
and
Yes,
again I tagged myself in because
yes.
girl, where's the logic?
People don't understand race, ethnicity, and nationality. Like it is like everybody's like some people were like it's beating them up. I was like, yes, it is. Because it's like they're saying that that us saying that he's white,
Hmm.
technically, racially white, is taking away from his Latino-ness.
It's diminishing
Diminishing. That's
his
exactly what she
Latinic.
said.
What did she say? It's diminishing his
Diminishing
Hispanic side or something like that.
his Latino his Latino heritage or whatever. And
Yeah,
I
Shelby.
said
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back
like
rummaging through my pocketbook because I was looking for something. I'm gonna go back to rummaging because I'm not doing this shit with you. You know, I, my mother, my mother gave me a valuable lesson when I was a kid, and it took me a long time to learn it. I only answer to my name because when you answer to things that are not your name, you got to deal with bullshit like this. What does she mean?
Hey man.
Do we have to give the speech of like, okay, if he was filling out a government document and it said, which one of these do you belong to? White, black, non-Hispanic, like what? Hello?
and then they go out there they have a section for them to be like, are you Hispanic or non-Hispanic? Like for ethnicity, but for the race it says white, X, white, like
White, black, that's
So
it for real.
I said to her, it doesn't diminish it because you can be white and Hispanic, just like you can be
Mm-hmm.
Black and Latino.
And
Mm-hmm.
his
I said Afro Latino people talk about this every damn day, and y'all keep missing the mark. And someone else,
you
her
know
and
what I
someone
want to
else
say, right?
replied to me and said, "No, it does diminish them. It does."
You
It
want to know what I
does.
want to ask, right? Every time someone says Afro Latina, I think about that lady from the HBO show asking Coleman Domingo, "Where is Afro Latina?" That's what they want to ask y'all. Where is white Latina?
No, literally, that's what
No,
they was. So then today, what did I even post at this point?
you
Oh, I give
posted about
my recap of Huda.
yeah.
And so in this recap, because the girl was like, there's an argument on the show about what she did in the specific challenge. And all the Islanders, after they got off the show, they've been doing interviews. A couple of them, quite like three of them, have all said, because they cut out the specific part because she was doing a lot. My girl is a midnight ballerina, low key.
She thought she was at work
She thought she was at work. She was putting in the work on somebody else's man.
multiple times.
She
So
a
multiple
stripper?
times. Apparently, she used to be. She was making them. Hey, I give props where it's given. She was doing her
She got the
thing.
moves. She got the
She got the
moves.
Got
moves.
to.
She turned around
Uh,
and they cut the camera because it was so vulgar. So
oh, she had her
in
bunky cheeks out, huh?
so
To the
in
world.
her interview with Call Her Daddy podcast, Alex asked her, "Hey, what happened when they cut that scene?" Because they're speculating, a couple people, some of the Islanders and the people on the internet are speculating that you turned around and put your cheeks on him. And a couple of them said, damn near she put her cheeks in his face. She said, oh my gosh, no. I forgot what she said she did. I think she said she went like this, like she licked them from, yeah. So she was like, "No, I would never put my cheeks in his face. That's my
But you will put your
fault."
but you will put your mouth on.
Well,
Huh?
they put their mouths on each other from day one. That's all the challenges
Yeah,
are them
they
putting their
did.
mouths on each other. And if you're
Yeah,
wondering, yes, they get tested. But
yes,
yeah,
all the things. Yeah.
like
So, so in my recap, I said, I don't know who is lying because she said she's appalled that people would think she would do that. I said, I don't know who's lying, but we need to clear this up because people saying she damn near put her cheeks in his face. The same girl that was under my post trying to eat me up comes back and says, I'm wildly annoyed with this ass in the face narrative, da da da, all this other stuff. And so I responded to her. I was like, well, lol, be annoyed. I just said somebody lying and never named who it was. I just said somebody got to clear it up. And she's like, her response, Charisse, damn near isn't that she did. Why wouldn't they just say she did if she did in fact do it? The baby generation love twisting words so heavy on this internet. Do you not know what damn near means?
mind you, I'm sure I'm older than you. I just said, okay, girl, because and then she also said, Chris said she did it. TJ said she did it. And I said, LOL. Chris actually also said,
He
damn near.
did. She damn near. He literally said damn near. Taylor and Clark, damn near. That is three people.
Because the thing about it is had Shelly been a different type of woman, that
Mm-hmm.
might have got snatched up off, things might have happened because everyone after she did what she did, everyone around the fire pit looked clutching their
No,
pearls,
clutching the
Shelby,
pearls.
like
Really, everybody was
shocked,
shocked and appalled.
Yes, no,
except for her
literally.
except for her followers, and they act like a certain rapper's fan group as well. They're
No,
unhinged.
literally. They're unhinged. It's really bad. So she's over here. I'm gonna respond to her when we get off, and then I'm gonna block her. Because there's no way that you came for a second term to talk to me this way under my post like I said something crazy. And she is
Hmm. They
but
jumped me
she's a
too. They jumped me too in the beginning of the season because I said, y'all have a problem with boundaries? And then I was told I don't know what boundaries mean. I was
Yeah.
called a pick me. And I said,
Yeah.
God forbid y'all make me defend a man on this
Let me
internet defending a
change your
man.
name. I'm gonna change your name in my phone to pick me.
Shelby,
Yes.
you better not. You better not. I
All
had to tell
right.
Jess they are on my neck right now just because I said the man had boundaries. Nothing he now his tone might have been a little
His
much,
tone was, could have
but
been
what he
better,
said,
but that was the
and
second
also
time. That was the
they've
second
already
time he
Yeah.
told
they've
her.
made up. They've already made up, and
Yeah,
they're
it's
friends.
whatever.
I saw a video of someone parenting their child. They were like breaking up a sibling fight, and the one sibling was saying about the other like she's annoying, and the parent was like, no, you don't describe your sister with your feelings, you tell her how you feel, right? And I think people get that mixed up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they're watching things on TV, because they focus so much on how what is being said made them feel, and not what is actually being said. They let the feelings
Mm-hmm.
prompt the whatever, and your feelings are not fact, right? They just are feelings.
Yes.
So it's like what it sounds like is a lot of people was like, oh, well, it made me feel away, or I didn't feel away. It didn't make me feel away. So that means that there's nothing wrong with it, when it's like that's not how those things work.
Yeah.
But that's why
No,
And
this whole
I don't watch reality
season,
this
TV.
whole season, I feel
basura.
like Love Island has a different, I don't even know. I'm trying to think of other fan bases. Not even Real Housewives fan base is this crazy. Not
No,
even,
like
I don't
last
know.
season
Like,
was
it's
the best
weird.
and worst thing
It
that
was
ever
the
happened
best and
to
worst.
the
Yeah.
US franchise of this show. Because
Yeah.
like the new watchers insane because y'all don't know how the show works. So if y'all were out there watching UK like I was back in the day, y'all would be appalled. There was a girl in that bed getting it on, threw the covers off while she was bumping
Mm-hmm.
uglies, the whole room
Mm-hmm.
watching. Because everybody's like, oh, why are they having sex? Like, y'all would be appalled. Because she thought if she did that, they wouldn't have showed it on TV since her parents watch. And she was wrong. She was wrong. They actually showed everybody's reactions and like little glimpses. Yeah. Hmm.
Good TV is good TV. It don't matter if your parents are watching or not. You need to know that.
I said, y'all would be
That's
appalled
crazy.
if y'all watch Love Island UK. They do way
It,
more on that show.
man, they are
They
crazy.
talk
But
crazy.
Not the beans and toast brigade.
The
they do
beans
worse
and
on the
toast.
UK. Yeah, they do worse on the UK.
They do
But
so much
they
worse.
just so much worse. But like it's a very interesting to see both the cultures of UK and USA cultures and dating culture because they don't care about a lot of that stuff. They will hump somebody and be like, "Hey, you're my brother." Like the next
We're
day.
just friends.
We're
I
just
actually don't
friends.
like you like that. Yeah.
All right, mate.
Get a little snog.
They don't care about a lot of this stuff. They really don't. Like it's just whatever to them. Humping in front of each other, that don't phase them.
And
Now,
I feel like I'm
Shelby has lived many lives. I don't think that I'm too appalled at the humping in front of other people. As
That's
much
fair.
as I am like, you knew that this was going to be on TV, you knew that your parents were going to be
Hmm.
watching. Like that's more of the thing. Like in
But the
front, and
black people don't
if
do
you're in the
that.
room, you're in the room. Okay, you live a certain kind of lifestyle.
Hmm.
Yeah, I need it right now. I need it right now. It is what it is, right? Um, but and also you on national television, baby. Like this, I need you to think farther
Hmm.
than just this
mhm.
little 5 to 10 minutes that you getting in. But
You
that's
know they
why
Yeah.
don't. They're
I
they're
don't watch this kind of
early
television.
20s to 28. Those are the
Oh, baby, them
ages.
frontal lobes ain't even all right. It's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a mess. But outside of them chewing me alive, um, what did I do? We had a print and picnic swap at the Jazz at the Lochma, which is really
Okay.
fun. We hosted that. Got a couple cool prints from other photographers. That was pretty fun. What did I do Saturday? I feel like I did something Saturday. Then Sunday, went to the flea market and then I went to another networking thing. That was fun. The flea market, it was just hot. I couldn't even think. I don't know what heat was out there, but it was just hot. But it was lovely regardless. And then reading wise, if you've been following me on Threads, Capone, that series got me in a chokehold. I'm about to start 3 tonight. I
Indy
just
is still on 1, but she was like, "Brand, it's spicy." She was she was in the emergency room today. She was like I was listening to it. It was a man sitting next to me. I didn't know if he could hear. Like I was like, "Girl, that book ain't no damn spicy." But I forget she not a reader for real. So this is
yeah.
to her.
Yeah.
She was like in the details, and I'm like, God forbid I let you see that Kindle I got in that room. God, you think Capone is spicy?
That wasn't
Girl,
that bad. That wasn't
Mm-mm.
even spicy. I
girl.
think yeah, the drama is centered around all the things. I'm just shocked. Like, I'm still trying to figure out like everybody's connected. It's like a map going on in my head because this person's connected to
You
this
might have to
person.
join you might have to join her Facebook group because I think
Yeah.
somebody did put together
Ooh.
a like thing.
Because the
Mm.
connections are, I'm still on Capadonna. I think I'm still on 2.5 because I had to
Oh
put
yeah.
him down because
Oh, he doing
You
more?
Capadonna is the twin that don't got no fucking sense. That's why
He
he's
really
mine.
don't. He really
Capadonna
don't.
is
You know you had
unfucking
fun
hinged.
while I had them all the
I had to
time. That is
put
my
him
favorite.
down. I had to put him
I
down for a little bit. But the
love Capadonna.
connections, the way she connects people, no, like
Because like the homegirl, whoa, for people who not didn't read, just fast forward past this. But homegirl that was in the jail cell, well, when she went to go visit whoever her boyfriend was, and
mhm,
Capadonna paid for her black car back. I'm
mhm.
trying to wrap my head around like who is she and who is she like?
Just wait till you get to
Don't
Capadonna.
worry about it. She'll get
Don't worry
there.
about it. Because once you get to Capadonna, you learn all about who she is, her story, all that.
She got a story, a whole story.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes, girl.
Oh my gosh. And then Ella, she be working my last nerves.
I feel like Ella gets a little redemption
A little bit.
in the
Oh,
third
But
book. A little
I
redemption.
still would have if I was whatchamacallit, I would have whooped that bitch ass a long time
No,
ago.
for sure.
I would have put
yeah.
hands and fucking feet on her because you
Erin
heard what
was
that nigga
way too
said.
nice.
Aaron was
hmm
too nice.
Yeah, she was
Because
nice.
I, as soon as I would have learned like Capone and Capadonna both are very solid niggas. They do some
Yeah.
sketchy shit, but they're solid men. And once I realized like, oh, I'm dealing with niggas in a family that like I could get away with anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure if Aaron would have been like, I'm gonna stop your baby mother out, Capone would have been like,
Do
No,
it.
because let me tell you
do
though,
you,
Aaron
cousin?
was getting on my nerves quite a bit in the beginning. Girl, if you don't go sit your ass in that house,
That
The
see
minute
when
he tells me don't work no more, I wouldn't work.
still driving that damn
A
bus.
bus? It's not like you got a sensible
Girl.
job.
like be
Well,
for
sorry,
real.
bus
I mean,
drivers.
that
Sorry,
is
bus
a good
drivers.
Yeah,
government job.
it's
It
a
is,
you
it
work for the
is,
That's a
government.
good
it
government
is.
job. They got
It's a
good
good job. But
They
it's not
got
like she was
benefits,
doing what
but
she wanted.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, sorry, bus drivers, you guys have a very
yeah,
pertinent
no,
job
they
out
got
there.
a very sensible job.
Yeah,
And I just seen a video of a bus driver having to put hands and feet on somebody the other day. So y'all
yeah,
need to
yeah,
be
yeah,
paid
Yeah.
more.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But she wanted to be a nurse. If she was like, it's not like she was a nurse, like what she wanted to do and loved. You know, the minute somebody tell me, hey, quit that job.
You don't have to listen, they wouldn't have even got the whole sentence out. Okay.
And he was
Don't
blowing
got work.
her back out. And he like, yo, do what you want. I got you. Don't even worry about it.
It was, and he's taking care of Auntie. He's taking care of Jaden. He got her on the health insurance. She got work. I got a bad eye. I want to be on the health insurance.
My heart, my chest was hurting today.
Put us on the health insurance if she don't want it.
No,
The
because
funny
she was
part is
being too independent, too proud of just.
Don says the same thing in his book. He like finally had sex with her, and in his head, he like, I need to get her social security number so I can put her on my insurance. She
Mm.
mine now. And I was like, I gotta practice or
And which
something so
book
that
is
the
this?
next nigga, Don Caselli, so Menace's brother. So you gotta read 10,000 Hours with a Menace. Menace is might be my favorite character. Menace is a
Mm.
lunatic and I love it. People be saying stuff to him and Menace be like, you said you want to kill my wife and eat my baby? And they be like, I didn't say that to you. He's like, I heard you. Yes, you did, bitch. There was a scene in Don's book where um someone comes and is like making a scene or whatever. So the Caselli family, you get their background in 10,000 Hours with a Menace, but Menace is the head of the family. Don is his brother. They have two sisters. And a part of their business is prostitution, but they take very good care of the girls in the house that they have or whatever. And
Mhm.
Don wanted to be with this one girl, which is how we meet him in 10,000 Hours with a Menace.
Mhm.
Menace is very clear. He don't say nothing twice. Menace said the answer to that is no, because technically that's his goddaughter. And he like, I'm supposed to be taking care of her. She also is a fucking whore. Like, even though we take care of our whores, like, no, or whatever. So Don's book is going on or whatever, and this girl, her name is Kennedy. Kennedy comes and tries to make a scene, right? And she is jealous of what Don has going on, and she goes, "My uncle wanted to have sex with me," talking about Don. And Menace goes, "Yeah, my wife here is my sister, and I married her."
What?
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that for real?
Then, like the female main character in Dawn, they end up at Menace's house, and she's a content creator, and Menace's wife loves her, and Menace gonna say, "Yeah, we could lock you up in the pool house, and you could create content, so my wife could stop being upset every time you decide to take a break." And she was like, "I think I'm gonna go because he sounds serious." He sounds serious. And Steven
Because
was
why would
like,
you
no,
say that?
he's not serious. But yeah, Menace be like, you said you want to fuck my wife? Nobody said that,
How
man.
did we jump to these conclusions?
Can I
Nobody said that.
jump? Can I jump to Menace in them, or do I need to finish?
I think you could jump to Menace in them because
Okay.
I feel like
Okay.
Menace is mentioned as like he's one of the families, like he's the head of the families, and Menace moves like a ghost, so you don't really see him often. And the bits and pieces that you do get of him in the other stories are like him being funny, whatever, whatever. So it is a
Mm-hmm.
spinoff. But I feel like you could jump to 10,000 Hours with a Menace and you'll be okay. There were
Okay.
Oh,
bits in Don's book where I felt like I need to go back and read Capri and Kasim, but I
mhm.
kind of knew what was going on already. So I wasn't like completely confused, but I feel like you'll be okay. Going to Menace
Mm.
is that book is hilarious. Like the whole setup of that particular story is funny as fuck.
Let me put it on my Kindle. Capone is
I'll
my
do that.
favorite twin. When he texted Aaron and said, you want me to kill niggas or something like that, I said, oh, this nigga think he me. You want me to
Don does
shoot bitches
something
up, don't
serious.
you?
Don was like, I'm
Must be
three
a
blinks from
gangbanger.
crashing out, like 3 blinks away from crashing out. Fix this shit now.
No, like
Mm, okay.
I wasn't familiar with his work when he said, "Oh, I'm about to shoot up this club," basically. If you don't get his hand off you, I said, "Oh,"
That's my
and then
kind of nigga.
That would have had
so
me, I'm in the car.
That happened also in the Danger series, the second book. I forget which one the second book is, but I believe that's Diesel in that book. And he
mm,
signs a contract. She agrees to be his sub. It's supposed to be for a certain amount of weeks or whatever the case may be. And some dude was like too close to her, and she's like on the phone with him. or he calls and is like, I can see you. He got 5 seconds to get his hands off of you, or you're going to have a problem. Like, we gonna handle this right here, right now. She like, key, whatever, whatever. Like, she ain't never been with a dom for real. And that nigga got her in the backseat of that car and restrained her with the seatbelt. And I was like, you signed the contract, friend. But I would have been like, actually, sir, just step a little bit closer to me. Just come into my vicinity just a little bit more.
Actually, you want a hug?
I like to play reindeer games, so I'm a big kid. I can handle anyway. But yeah, I like my men
Slightly on the dangerous side. I
just a little bit.
see.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. So I'm gonna finish three and one of
I can't wait until you get into Capodanno's books, because you talk about how Capone is so unhinged and he is not.
He's actually so sane.
he's sane.
He's normal, actually.
No, when you get to Capadonna, there were things that Capadonna did, and I said, now I just know this nigga ain't in this restaurant acting.
And then I'm like, y'all watched him walk into that restaurant calmly, do what he did. He ate and then he left.
No one, everybody just sitting and minding their business. No, that nigga's crazy.
So
Capadonna has
all capital letters.
He needs to go be with the lady. Not just sit on her couch, but maybe like live in her house for a little while, because that nigga is not okay. Grippy
be
socks
attached
are not
at the
enough.
hip with her. Like,
okay? Every thought that he has should go through the lady.
Because he is off his rocker.
And why people continue to test him, knowing that he don't give a fuck about nothing.
Wow.
When that last book came around, I said, they did what? To whom?
Yeah, I need to finish Capadonna.
You get what you get what you get. You get what you get, because everybody knows that nigga is loopy.
Okay, so
certified very much needs one of them jackets where he hugging himself. He is not
You
okay.
thought Love Island had you in a chokehold?
Girl,
I have like I went to bed late
and
last
then
night.
in Capadonna books, that's when Capri gets a homie hopping.
That's what she did get to doing it for real, for real.
For real. And I honestly don't blame her. Because
well,
a nigga with dreads on a bike want me? Yes.
Listen, if it's one thing I like, it's a nigga with dreads. We're the nigga with the dreads. I would have been on him too.
Listen.
I would have been on him too.
Both her brothers so fucking haters talking about something. You can't just be blah blah. Bitch, I'm grown.
Mind your business.
I'm grown, and them niggas could fight. You want to know how I know? Because they run with y'all. Figure it out. They murderers too. Figure it out. Capri wasn't wrong. She just was. She gets very whiny.
She does.
And I was like, I'm gonna have to wait a little while to get into her book.
I'm already seeing the whininess in these last two books, because it's like I don't know how to explain it. Like, you have this guy, granted, he's not great. He's not a great dude, but he was in jail.
I would have let my brothers hang that nigga from the nearest tree by his toes and use him as a pinata.
Yeah, he's not a good man, because you're sleeping with my ex-best friend.
She works down to the trap house, nigga.
And then on top of that, she is conning your brother.
Bruh, I would have gave my brothers the green. Do you know who my family is?
When I read Little Timmy was still alive. Little Timmy is still alive?
Oh, I said them bitches need to be in the ground yesterday.
Okay. Now you get why every time you would talk to me, I'd be like, friend, I only slept for 5 minutes because
because now I need to know more. I had to tell myself today, you need to get some work done. I kept looking at my Kindle and my Kindle kept looking at me.
No, that's how I was. I would be in the bed just like, and
I
then I
don't
said,
know how
okay,
she
I'm
does it.
finished. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Let me keep reading
is
now.
and the writing is really great.
Bro,
Like,
that's why I said in the beginning, I was like, if she was reading more, right? Like the
mhm,
Jaquel J of the future is gonna be on some George R. R. Martin shit because the way that she connects all of these things and has this vastness is adjacent to what Lord of the Rings, Game of
mhm.
Thrones,
Hmm.
Dune, and all of this other shit. It's that level, right? I'm
No,
like, so God forbid she was like reading. God forbid she start like
no,
putting her head
no.
down and fucking studying the art, right?
No, because the way it was like, even from the first sentence of Capone, it's like she just took a belt and just got me and round me up
Uh-huh. Alaska. Yeah, and she
and
just
said,
pulls
sit
you
your
in.
ass
And then
down
you just
and read
be
these books.
then you be stuck.
Yeah,
You just be stuck. But
I
what
had
Is
I
I had
will
to put them
say
down.
is 10,000 Hours with a Menace and Don Caselli's books, those read more like Casey Mills to me.
Mm.
mhm.
Because
Okay.
although they are in the lifestyle, they're not as violent,
Or grungy type of vibe.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
as Capone and Capadonna are. And maybe Kasim. Like there is a again, Menace is not to be fucked with, right? That nigga is loopy as fuck. But these lean a little bit more towards like Hostile Takeover by Christina C. Jones. It leans
Mm.
more towards like the DeSantis cartel by Casey Mills or something like that, where Don will handle business. Don't play in his face. But he went to college. Like he's a pretty boy for lack of better words. You just gotta you push him there. He'll give you that other side of him type shit.
Mm.
But
I wonder what kind of market research she did.
she from New York. She probably just sat outside.
You're right.
She
I
just
don't know
walked
why I'm
around.
thinking about the conversation in the Discord and that one that one person in the Discord that was telling everybody all her business based
Oh
off of the
yeah.
we were talking about Capone and
She
Capadonna.
left too. She left.
Oh, she did.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
good.
she she exited herself because I was like, women that actually date the big niggas, the niggas that run shit, will never tell you that they dated big nigga. There might be signs, but they ain't never gonna tell you who he affiliated with, what building he lived in, what hood he from. They're not gonna give you any identifiers. And she all but told us that nigga's social security number.
Hmm.
And then was like, yeah,
Hmm.
but it didn't last that long. Yeah, bitch, because you can't shut the fuck up.
He probably said, "Oh, I can't keep you around. You gonna get me
And then
caught
she's
up."
the same one, actually, that came into the group and was like sending screenshots from Jaquel J's Patreon that I deleted because I was like, bro, you pay for that information. Why are you screenshotting stuff that she doesn't have
Oh
out
yeah,
to
I
the
remember
public yet?
that.
And she
Uh,
was like, oh, I'm trying to help people out. Yeah, if people want that information, then they need to join her
then they
Patreon. They
can
need to
pay her
join her Facebook.
Patreon.
They can pay for the fee. You don't do that. That's her livelihood. And you won't have her cussing me the fuck out because some bitch that joined my Discord decided to act a fucking fool.
Hmm.
Hell no. I was like, no, you don't do that. And she was like offended, like, oh, I was just trying. Nah, that's not how this works. She got it
We
behind
don't
a paywall
operate
for a
like
reason.
that around these parts.
I'm like, so now what? I'm gonna put something behind a paywall and you gonna be in somebody else's Discord or group chat screenshotting this? What you telling people in that's going on in here?
Hmm.
She saw herself out.
Well, that's good
It
that she
gives
didn't have to
Tasha.
get blocked.
It
So
It gi-
gives Tasha.
Tasha
It
or
do.
Ella. Hmm.
It do. Cause I'm like, yeah,
Hmm.
you didn't last long with that nigga because you first of all, you was probably dating a little nigga. Let's just keep that a stack. But yeah, you couldn't shut the fuck up. That nigga, you are a liability. That nigga couldn't keep you around. She legit was like, oh yeah, because he was from this hood, he lived in these projects.
I was just reading them because I only go in there when Shelby tells me something's happening, so I go in there to try to catch up, so she doesn't have to give me a full rundown. And I was like, oh, even I wouldn't do that. Mhm. What's his name? His name is Joe. Last week you told me his name was Larry. Yeah, yeah, Larry Joe. That's his name. No.
Full government name and all. Like,
Listen, that's even if you get a name. Shit.
I'll give everybody Gene. My boyfriend's name is Gene. Just giving
I don't
everybody
have
all
listen,
kinds
I
of
don't have a
names.
boyfriend. I don't know what you talking
I don't
about.
know nothing. I live this lavish life
Oh,
because I bossed up.
who sending all them flowers and shit to your house? Mm.
How you got that
Jesus.
Birkin?
Jesus.
How you got that
Listen,
nice, beautiful bookshelf that goes all around your room with the little sliding ladder?
listen.
Jesus.
Blessed and highly favored. I got
Hmm.
friends on the other side, literally.
No,
Uh,
literally.
so yeah, no,
But
they
yeah,
are a good
that,
set of
that's a
books.
good one. Yeah. So I've been neglecting the great man because of these books. So after I finish Capone, I'm gonna try to down the great man. Gonna
Sure.
try.
Everything is
Because
gonna feel slow and mm,
you
like
think
it's
so? Because the great man was moving fast.
nothing moves fast like Jaquel J.
Yeah, I
Nothing
know.
moves fast like her.
I'm trying to try.
Unless it's another like urban fiction that's and even then, like I don't know that there's anyone
Yeah.
else that is like besides the Monet Paris books I read last week, I I don't think there's anything else that I don't think there's anything else that moves like that
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. But yeah, that's what's in my world is Capone and all of them. Moving up my reading goal bit by bit.
Yeah,
Hmm.
by the time you get through that, you'll be what was your goal for the year?
I didn't put a number, but in my head, 80.
And where you at?
Halfway. A little over halfway.
Damn, I read that many more books than you, friend.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
had a lot going on mentally. Couldn't even focus. Because I was doing
I'm
good in
the
April.
same.
I
But
know.
how I get to I'm at 78. How I get there?
Oh, I'm at 39. And I put 12 as my number. I didn't.
And then Love Island. Psst.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really don't be doing shit but reading. That's nuts.
Yeah, Love Island.
Especially after Nicolandria and they were making the Nicolandria
Hmm.
edits. When I say I be in my bed rubbing my feet together, smiling ear to ear, watching these edits
No,
like I've never seen
it's
them before.
bad. So that was like 6 weeks of just
Chokehold.
fruit. Yeah, it was bad.
If it wasn't an audiobook, it wasn't getting
I don't
consumed.
even think I like the only audiobook I listened to was Washington Black. That's pretty
That's
bad.
next on my list. I want to read that before next week,
It's good.
Does
It's
the show
pretty
come out
decent.
next week?
Hmm.
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah. So I mean, I'll get there. I got time. I gotta make up.
Damn, because I'm like, I'm trying to get to 80. What, I'm at 78. I'm definitely going to read more than two books before the end of this month. So then if I
Yeah.
do 10 and 10, I'll be at 100 books by quarter four. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Hmm. I really
Didn't
be
get to
reading.
75 this year, but I put 12 on my thing so I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, I'm nowhere near my goal by the
I
time I got to
always,
the summer. Because I knew I was gonna DNF countless books. I've been doing really good
I,
with that, but
That's another thing. I was not DNFing enough. I was over here torturing myself with certain books.
I do got a bunch of stuff paused that I know I'm going to go back to though.
Yeah.
So eventually, some of them I might not. Maybe like half of them I'm probably not going to go back to like this year. Um, Hmm, that's crazy. I thought I was like behind.
No. No, girl, gone. I think the last time when we talked, we were at 50. I think it was at 30. I was like, yeah, I'll get to 80. I know I will. I think I'll try to aim to get to 80 by September and then go from there. Like kick it in
Okay.
high gear from now until September, and then from there I'll just coast and just add what? If I get to 100, I get to 100. That'd be cool. But if not, I'm not impressed.
Yeah, I think like 100 is just my base. Like I just read at a pace now where like 100 books is.
Mm-hmm.
But then like I look at people like Lisi. Lisi reads like 230 books a year. And I'm like, I'm sure that number will be like probably cut in half because she's in grad school now. Um, but I'm like, I don't know, but seeing
Yeah.
how easy.
And I haven't put enough buffers. How we talked about like romance being buffers. I have not put enough buffers, I'm not gonna lie. It's been I haven't put enough buffers in between to block off the mental blocks, like the
Mm-hmm.
mindless stuff that would probably speed me up. Like when I got the Kindle last year, I was flying because I was like reading 15 books, 15 almost 18 books a month, like towards the end of the year. And then like, yeah, I haven't been doing enough buffer. So that's where I'm trying to flip my mind is like have a balance again so that I can get to 80 and above quicker. Yeah, that's where
Buffers
I'm
are
at.
cozy mysteries. I like to
Yeah.
listen to cozy mysteries as my buffer because they're always nice, short, and sweet. And I do it while I'm working, and then I'll get to the tough stuff like my fantasy because those take me forever sometimes.
That's what I need to start preparing for because the third book in the Rage of
Oh,
Dragon
I
series
need
is
to
coming.
start that series. Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna
Hmm.
start rereading them. And I really want to read The Will of Many.
And I
I
want to
like
read the Broken Earth trilogy.
I have restarted the fifth season twice now.
Yeah, I think I'm
Not because
ready.
it's not good, but you really have to focus.
Yeah,
that's
her books.
Academica.
Yeah, her
Hmm.
books are very you have to focus.
You have to focus.
Yeah, she's one of those. But she's not a hard, like, she's not as hard as I thought she would be.
Okay.
The way
Yeah, no, it's
people
not hard.
made,
You just have to
yeah,
pay attention.
yeah, because the world building is crazy. Like, you miss one sentence, you're just like, oh, well, how did I get
That's
into
what
this?
happened to me. I'm like, wait. And then I have to like,
What
okay,
happened?
okay,
Hmm.
okay, what happened? And I feel like a lot of people, if you're not used to reading something with like that type of world building, like that's a
Hmm.
book that I know, which I don't know why try to listen to fantasy on audio anyway, because sometimes I space out. Like I really need to read my fantasy, but that is definitely a series that I know by no means will I ever try to listen to it on audio because I
Mm.
probably would never go back to it because I would space out too much. I'd probably be restarting the same chapter 20 different times.
What about listening, like immersive reading? I feel like that
No.
might, that wouldn't work. Like,
It's
because that would reinforce like the details. Because
okay.
when I was reading, what's that book that we read by Rebecca Rowan House? Rowan Horse.
Black Sun.
That's a book.
Black
That's a book I
Sun. Wow.
paused because I was listening to it and I
Yeah,
was getting confused.
it was so good. But like reading and listening to it is even better because it like reinforces those deep. That book was good. I am so sad a lot of
Here's the
people didn't
thing.
show up.
Here's the thing. You two listen to books on what I like to call crackhead speed. I cannot listen to the books as fast as I
Anyway.
read. I can
Anyway.
I
So y'all
there'll
Not
be
asked
you
about my
whacking
speed.
us. Not you whacking us about our crackhead speed. You
Anyway.
want to get
y'all
through a book
read
or not?
But y'all read and listen at the same speed. I cannot read and listen at the same speed.
Because that's how fast I read.
Yeah, I can read faster than I'm able to listen to it. And so I couldn't, yeah, that wouldn't work
Anyway,
for
so
me.
my week,
Go
guess
ahead,
what you
go
wanted to
ahead.
know?
Yes, go ahead.
Um, it's been a blur of a week because I wasn't feeling good. I had a migraine most of this week. That would not go away. I saw there's a girl that I follow. And she also, I don't know if she has Kiara, but I know she gets migraines. And she was like, if this box of mac and cheese don't fix me, and she not wrong because sometimes all you need is something really, really high in sodium content and it might help. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make me some mac and cheese. And I made a box of mac and cheese last night and I felt a little bit better. So it's been kind of slow. I'm still reading Harmattan season. Very good. It got funny. It's very good. It has magical elements to it. The main character, Bubakar, is a detective and he is trying to figure out who was the bloody woman that came to his house asking for help and how she disappeared. Um, I finished You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. Phenomenal book.
Mhm.
A mess. I too would have folded like fresh laundry for that old last man album. Um, very much so. I also think it's a kind of a deep dive into the connection that we have with the past, right? Like I think a lot of people are reading this book on the surface level and they're just like, "Oh, it's messy and I would have made those decisions, so on and so forth." But they forget that it's two people that are very much moved by these big events that have happened to them and that have controlled their lives from that point going forward. And now they're meeting someone that they don't have to explain that to, but um that is going through something similar. So I thought that was really good. And I enjoyed that it was like a happily ever after. Um Don Caselli, I read that. The Sister is the next book, but I think we get Goon's book first and then we get the sister's book. So that should be interesting because Goon is her love interest. Um what else? I read a romance last night called Biggie by Ashante Keys. 100 pages. It was a romance. They had like this one night stand. She owns a food truck,
Mm.
taco food truck. Her name is Tuesday. So she has a taco truck. I was like, I guess, girl. Um,
I see what she did there.
One night stand with this dude. She ends up pregnant. He pops up 2 years later. She tells him like, "Hey, we have a baby." He like, "Ain't my baby." Looks at the little boy and it's like, "That's definitely my baby." Then nigga look just like me. But he is a street nigga. And she like, "Oh nah, you might as well stay wherever the fuck you was at. My baby deserves better, right?" And granted, I would like to get to know you, but I ain't trying to be guessing if you gonna come home alive or not, or whatever the case may be. So it was a cute little story of them trying to navigate that. And then I got uh Boomtown in the mail today.
Oh, I was looking
Um
for that. Wait, who did you message for that one?
I
Or they
didn't.
just sent it? Okay.
They didn't just send it. Simon and Schuster sent their monthly email. I think it was like last month, and this was on the list.
Did I miss that? I probably did.
Probably because I was looking for something in my email earlier, and I saw that I missed their Simon Buddy um email that's due on the 22nd.
I think I
So when I get
filled
off of
that one
here,
out.
I'm probably gonna go and look and see. I don't think there was anything that I necessarily wanted on there, but I'll double check.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Actually,
that
what
was
I
pretty much that was it, I think.
okay.
Yeah, that was it. I think that was it. That was my week. It was boring this week. I know tomorrow we're supposed to be going to some uh comedy thing in the city.
Mm.
You know those girls that do that like round table, they be like making jokes, but you're not supposed to laugh. And they be like,
Oh, them. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
we're
yeah,
going to
yeah.
see them.
Okay, cool, cool.
And then John Conyers third is supposed to be in Brooklyn on Saturday, and I told him that I was gonna come. I don't think that I'm gonna go though. So we'll see.
Yeah, I see Sarah on Sunday.
Yeah, she told me. She was like, "We're gonna FaceTime you." I was like, "It's fine with me."
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
go
she told me
to
some.
book event. I forgot the name of the book. You know me.
Yeah, she told me too. I've been reading everything with one eye open the last couple days, so stuff been going through one ear and out the other. Um,
Yeah.
but she did tell me that
Yeah, so that'll be
she's
fun.
reading. She's reading. Make Your Way Home right now.
Oh, I need to squeeze
Mm.
that in.
Yeah, I need to get the audiobook. I want to listen and read for my next read.
Hmm.
But we were talking about the first story, and she was like, "I get it already." I was like, "Yeah, no."
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
gonna have
I
to
don't do
do
a lot
that.
of things real good, but I recommend books real good.
No, yeah, you do.
Hmm.
I,
My
I'm,
my
I'm,
TBR gets upset when you text me a new book because I
I'm
will literally
like,
move it to the front.
I'm really good at recommending books. Like the people that usually, there have been a few people that were like, "Oh, I didn't like this book that you said that you liked." It's usually a them problem, not a me problem.
Yeah.
Because once I explain to them, like, "Oh, well, I liked it because of X, Y, and Z," they're always like, "Oh, I didn't get that." Yeah, I figured.
I had one friend say she didn't like this one specific book, and I said, "Well, how did you read it? How do you normally read it?" She was like, "Oh, I like to listen to books, but I read this." And I was like, "Why didn't you listen to it?" She was like, "Oh, I just felt like reading it physically, but it got boring and I couldn't pay attention." I was like, "Well, maybe you should listen to it and go back to how you normally do." And then I listened to it and they were like, "Oh, it was so good." I was like,
Imagine that.
this is, yeah. Or like
That's like
sometimes I'm
someone
like, it's not
someone
for
told
you.
me that they did not like um King of Ashes.
Hmm.
And they were telling me why they didn't like it. And I was like, this is the first book that you finished in a like fairly decent time in months. Are we sure you didn't like it, or are you just looking for reasons to like, is this the issue with the book, or are you just depressed and you don't like anything right now? But what
Those
do
are
I know?
questions you have to ask yourself.
Right, like did
Yeah.
was the book bad, or
Was it you?
are you misunderstanding it? Those are two different
Hmm.
things,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, and
Was the
that's
book
what I
bad,
asked.
or did
Yeah.
you not enjoy the format with in which you read it? Was the book bad, or there are so many things that can cause your experience with the book to not be good that feels like the book is bad.
Hmm.
Especially if, like with just like if you're used to reading in a certain format, then you're probably not going to like it in another format because you're used to reading in.
Yeah, because like it's like somebody telling me, "Hey, well now if we say maybe a year ago somebody told me to listen to fiction, maybe 2 years ago at this point, listen to fiction versus listening to nonfiction. And I'm more of a person that reads fiction versus listening to it. Then I'm just not going to comprehend it at the time, right? And I'm exercising this tool of reading and comprehension. So now I can be able to be like, oh, I can just throw on this and just listen to it. I can just go about my business and read at a psychotic, listen to at a psychotic speed. But at
It ain't
one
psychotic.
point, it's not compared. Listen, you guys be listening like snails. Um, but compared to maybe 2, 3 years ago, if you had told me to do this and I'm not exercising that skill, I would be stuck in that state, right? I think people just need to do what feels comfortable to them
Hmm.
and do it that way. As you get used to it, it becomes a skill, it becomes something very normal to you. And then you can be like, boom, I can throw on this, I can throw on that, I can read this at the same time, I can listen to, like, it becomes normal.
Hmm. Like
Yeah.
when I was reading, uh, is it can't get enough is her
Can't get enough.
newest book, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was reading it and I told Shelby, I was like, I'm just bored. And she was like, you should probably listen to it. You're gonna like it better if you listen to it. And then because I read the first book and then I listened to Soledad's book. And I
Mm-hmm.
also, after I listened to Can't Get Enough, I was like, well, one, I love the narrator because she does Curvy Girl Summer,
Yeah.
plus size player. I love her voice. Um, but it definitely moved it along for me. And I really think had I read Soledad's book, I probably would have thought the same thing.
Well,
Because it wasn't moving as the Before I Let Go moved for me. So
I just said the same thing about the Blood at the Root series, right? If I had to read those YA books with my eyes, I would still be reading them, right? But the
mhm,
audiobook just does something,
It brings it to
right?
life.
It bring
it really
the
does.
audiobook it makes the story so much better than um what I probably would have had to imagine on my own if I just was reading it.
Mm.
Especially, I think that's the other thing, right? I know that I'm not a big fan of YA. So I'm not gonna force myself to read it with my
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
eyes when I already have a prejudice to it, right? When I'm already apprehensive about this particular genre. Why not just listen to the audiobook?
No, the
Mm-hmm.
audiobook was so good. And I had asked her, I was like, oh, I'm trying to debate on reading my arc or just waiting for the audio version to come out because I loved the first one so much. And she was like, wait for the audio. And you know what? After you said that to me, my friend at Half Price Books was like, were you asking for this arc? And it was the new book. And I said, yes. And he's like, okay, I'm taking it home for you. Thank you.
You know, the audiobook is phenomenal, but I think people don't realize that there's so much more that goes into reading, right? Not only is it subjective or perfect conversation, right? The thread that I put up today about how I feel like the girls is at home letting Mr. Get on top of them and do his business. That's why every book they read to them is spicy. First of all, it made me realize how many people didn't actually catch the joke there. And
Well,
that made me feel
tone.
old.
Again,
That made me
tone.
that made me feel old.
We be talking about
Um,
tone. People can't pick up on it.
um, because what you mean you don't know who Mr. Mister, Mr. You why don't you know who that is? And now that I think about it, the new color purple doesn't have that scene in it.
It doesn't. No.
No.
But it's that like a lot of reading is subjective, right? Because a lot of people don't have certain lived experiences. So what I deem as just regular Tuesday sex is weekend sex to other people.
Mm.
You feel me? Um, but I think that goes into reading all things, not just romance or erotica or whatever. It goes into every genre. Which is why I'm not afraid to tell people like, yeah, I be reading nonfiction with my finger, baby. Audio book, regular book, highlighter pen, slowing it down, okay? Because I just have to exercise that muscle. I have to try a little bit harder, especially when it's
Yes.
history or new information that I'm taking in. Essays or something like that, fine, whatever. Except Hanif I do Rakib.
Yeah, you gotta sit down for
With
him.
my finger.
You gotta sit down for him.
Okay?
That's why I didn't pick
Cause
up another one because I need to pick up the book and the audiobook.
I might need him himself to read it to me, because baby, I don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
But it's just you know, that's why like it's like as I'm becoming a better reader, as I'm understanding the readers that I used to look up to a little bit better now because I'm like, well, they don't rate books and they don't have number goals and they don't whatever, they just read, right? And I
They
used to
just
think
read
that
because
it
it's a
was a
lifestyle.
pretentious thing when it's not very much a pretentious thing. They're just in a place where like they don't need to do all of those things anymore because they
Mhm.
understand that reading is subjective and one day I might want to read this, one day I might want to read that. I'm at this level in reading this versus this level in reading that, so on and so forth. Or like everybody being in a tizzy about Pedro Pascal saying that one of his favorite books is what's that Dostoevsky book, Crime and Punishment.
I
They
didn't see
all
that one.
like, he likes a Russian author. First of all, when was Crime and Punishment read? Now, as a reader, right? Because a lot of the people that was hollering and screaming, last thing they read was Captain Underpants book. Okay. As a reader, right? I do think that when you ask somebody what their favorite book is, when it is a book that is very old like that, that is alarming to me because I feel like there's a disconnect, right? Because if you ask me what my favorite book is, yes, I'm going to tell you Beloved, right? But I'm also going to say, do you mean this month? Do you mean this year? Do you mean in the last whatever? I can give you multiple. What genre are you talking about? Um, so yes, I get that particular perspective, but then also, do we know what Crime and Punishment is about? It's a million pages long, so if he sat there and read it, it better be his favorite shit. But people are people want to read because they feel like they're supposed to, and not because they actually care.
And
Yeah.
that's why we have every 3 business weeks. How are you reading 500 books a year? It just doesn't make sense. You're not retaining none of that information. I could tell you what
Mm.
I read in the 5th grade because I read the book 10 times.
Well, you know what? The way that my brain is set up recently, they right. I ain't retaining shit. Ah, you lucky. I'll be in here staring into space. I was having a conversation with my best friend earlier. Mid conversation, my brain just decided to control alt delete everything. I was like, I have no idea, not even a little bit what we were talking about, none whatsoever. So we just gonna move on because I don't know. But you know, people are irritating,
Hmm.
and I think
Very.
that's putting it very kindly. So summer reading, what's that look like for y'all? Charisse, you can go first.
Just again. Um, last year I did a summer reading challenge,
Okay.
and I decided to never do that again. Having to facilitate my own summer reading challenge was not as fun as when the library was facilitating it for me. Like, I feel like when I did it myself, I was putting like a lot of pressure on myself to read certain books. And so I really also feel like I was doing that anyway when I started with like the book talk and everything like that. Like, I have to do this and I have to do that. But like this year in general and the summer, I'm just whatever it is, if I want to read, if it's a thriller that's gonna have me sleeping with my TV on, I'm gonna read it. Like I'm just whatever I decide I want to read, I'll read, pick it up. If I don't want to read, I won't read. But yeah, last year was the first year, and I that was a lot of pressure that I put on myself. So I was like, I'm not doing that again. Someone's gonna
What
have to
about
do it for me.
Hmm.
what about you, Jess? Do you have like
Well, I think because of like before, I personally don't like summer reading. I was never the kid that enjoyed it because I didn't like people forcing me to read specific books for quota. I liked reading when I wanted to read. And all the books they always chose were boring to me. So I've always been a rebellion against summer reading. However, because um some people will look to the page for recommendations or ask anyway sometimes, which I need to make a video. I will curate a summer reading list of like 3 or 5 books that people should read. Not necessarily I'm personally going to pressure myself to read. Because I used to do that as well. Like when I would make content about it, about books, I'm like, oh, I need to read these, or especially with the TBR, when everybody was like, oh, let's make a TBR, like let's stick to it and post it at the top of the month. I used to do that as well. And I got out of the notion of that, but I also just got into the rhythm of seeing like what people consider summer reads to them that make them feel summery, and that usually is majority of the time is something lighthearted or just romance. That's what I personally see out there the most. And I also think sometimes the books, not all the time, sometimes the books that come out in the summer releases give that feel as well. So that's also a kind of a guiding factor sometimes, depending on the book. But Yeah, I have some in mind, like 24 seconds. Was it until now or before 24 seconds?
A toenail?
From now. What?
From now.
I thought she said a toenail.
No, 24 seconds from now. What? Oh, I see how you see. Yeah, I get that. You know the book.
I'm taking applications for new friends. Thank you.
Jason Reynolds, shout out to you. Great book. Felt like summer.
Yeah,
Um,
Jason Reynolds, shout out to you.
oh my gosh, but go ahead with what you feel. Go ahead.
I absolutely never think about summer reading. It's not a thing that crosses my mind ever. And oddly enough, with the book club and the YouTube channel, like I don't really get questions about it. I think I post enough like recommendation content that my particular audience kind of creates their own like things that I should read because Shelby says so type of list. So I like never I don't think about books in that particular way. Like even I know there are some people that are like, oh, it's fall time, so I want to read
Cozy.
something cozy
Hmm
or spooky or whatever the case. My mind just doesn't work that way. Just like I can't follow a TBR to save my life. I can't like I my mind just doesn't do that. So when we came up with this idea for this particular episode, I will say that I do try to throw in a romance in the summer
hmm
months for the book club, but I'm also not very like nitpicky about that. Like if it happens, it happens. So like this year it's gonna be well, I guess kind of everything that we read except for King of Ashes is kind of maybe summary because
Summary.
it'll be plus size player, and then we're gonna read the Mastery of Monsters by a woman that I keep calling Leslie. That's not her name.
Oh, she did
Sam Barry.
something monsters. There's a delicious monsters. Did she write that one too?
Delicious monster. I
Sure.
believe so. Yeah.
It's not Leslie.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Lieselle. Liesel. Ah! I said at the beginning of this episode we don't know nobody's name. I don't know what that baby's name is, but one of them
Oh
books
my
because
God.
it was a YA and the girl she could talk to the dead people because her mom used to be able to or whatever, and they was living in that haunted ass house.
I think that one's the delicious
Delicious
monsters.
monsters. Let's look it up. Hold on. That's why we
It was
got.
good. I listened to the audiobook for that when it first came
Oh
out. That was a very
yeah.
good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's her
So her
name.
new book, I, I don't think it's
It's not
Leslie.
it's not Leslie, but it's Lisa Lee. It looks like Lisa Lee. I don't know. Lisselle.
LaSalle?
Lissel. Yeah, I don't know.
LaSalle? LaSalle?
Maybe because
LaSalle.
when I
LaSalle.
did
I
LaSalle.
think
Yes.
when I did my video on YouTube announcing like the quarter 3 book picks, and I said Leslie Sandberry, they was in the comments like, whom, whom is that? Whom?
I also thought it was Leslie, but LaSalle makes more sense, and I hope that's
LaSalle.
how you pronounce it.
Oh, she's Trini too. She's from Canada. Hmm.
I feel like that part. I knew the Canadian part. I didn't know the
Oh.
Trini
Mm.
part. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I try to be mindful, I'll
Mm-hmm.
say, when I'm picking the book club picks, because I could read the heaviest historical fiction smack dead in the middle of summer and have a time. Okay. I could read
Yeah.
anything and it wouldn't it's no never mind to me specifically, but I understand that everybody else isn't necessarily that way. So I try to be mindful when picking book club picks. But I the last time I specifically thought about summer reading was the last time they handed me a list and said you got to read at least 10 of these books or something.
See, and
Yeah.
I thought I was Matilda when I was younger, so I lived in the library, but it wasn't like at the public library. It was just read this many books for your age group. And it got to the point where they were just already like, we're just going to give you the adult list because you finished the children's too quickly. So, and it was like 50 or 100 books. Just go and give me all the pizza coupons actually, because I'm finna read all these
Dang,
books.
now I kind of want to go to my library and see if they have a adult summer reading list
I should do that too, low
and
key.
see what's
Yeah,
on
and it
there
was
so I
just
could
like
go
you
back
just
and highlight that. It ain't no niggas on this list.
Never.
oh, because you know there's
Where?
not.
Where's the colors?
I
You
will
know it's not.
say LA County Library and LA City Library are pretty liberal with their picks. Um, but I would not be surprised if there wasn't any on there. Mm.
You know, I use my best friend's Sacramento library card, and they always have the books available that I need. Dallas ain't never got them. Houston ain't never got. They're always on hold. I go to Sacramento, ready and available. And I
Well,
said, okay.
Charisse, I
Listen, as long
wanna,
as I can get the book, that's all that matters. Because these niggas here be holding up the line.
yeah.
I probably should utilize my library more than I do. I've had an issue with my like library card and I keep saying like I need to go and never make it. My nephew, the boy, he loves going to the library. So we go to the library in his town, in their town, the town that they live in pretty often. And I got him a Kindle for Christmas, which I think I'm gonna get my mother a Kindle for her birthday. I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get her one because when I mentioned it a couple of months ago, she was like, "Oh, I don't need another device." But she be pissing me off reading on her phone. It makes me very upset. And then she has a bigger iPad, like the iPad Pro, so it's the 12-inch one, and she be holding that big old tablet from Jerusalem to read. Girl, you making me mad. It's
That's what I was
uncomfortable.
doing
I
before
can
I got
tell.
my Kindle. I was doing the phone or my big ass iPad Pro. And
I
most of
She
the time
wasn't
it
pissing
even
was
me
my
off.
doing none of
phone.
them. I
She
wasn't
pissing
even
me off.
doing any of that. No. Mm-mm.
She making me mad. I'm gonna get her a Kindle. And if it ends up like other devices in this house and it just sits around, that's fine. But it would make me a little less angry
Mm-hmm.
if she had one of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should definitely utilize my library more. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah. What
Stopping
do you
there.
guys I was gonna say, what do you guys consider summer reads though? Like, what books do you recommend to folks as a summer read?
So
Yeah.
now that I've read You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty, I definitely recommend that because it's very
Yeah.
fast paced and it's one of those books that you could read deeply or you could read surface level. Um Curvy Girl Summer. I haven't even read Plus Size Player yet, but those. Um, any of the Coochie books that I've ever recommended, probably one of those. I would even say Jaquel J, like some of the Delgado family books or Menace and Dawn or whatever, because they're so past fat blah, 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 because they're so fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
I would do those, but also probably smut.
Mm.
Yeah, I honestly, people don't ever ask me like a season. Well, the only time they'll ask me what book do you recommend is when it's like Halloween because that's my favorite season. But I do spooky all year round. So I'm always gonna have a book. But I had Curvy Girl Summer and Plus Size Player on my list. But I feel like when I was thinking about it doing this, a lot of the books that I was thinking about were like YA or like I did have some thrillers like on my list. But that's
Mm.
because
Mm-hmm.
again, I do spooky all year round. But there was like some YA, and they were mostly like fantasy and stuff, and then like a few thrillers.
Hmm.
And I would say like some smut too.
Yeah. Smut.
So,
Yeah.
because you do, I'm sorry, Jess, because you do spooky all year, have you ever tried to do Summerween?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's
I
cute.
haven't
Yeah.
tried to do Summerween.
I've seen there's someone that I
Mm.
follow that is like I feel like she's newer to doing YouTube content, and that's how I
Hmm.
came across her and started following her on Instagram. If I see her page again, I'll send it to y'all. But she's doing
Yeah.
Summer Weed. I was like, oh, that's so cute. I don't feel like I like have enough thriller spooky book options to participate. But okay, Jess, you could go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Oh, no, you're good. I was just gonna say the YA is usually what I think about as well. Like Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo kind of
That
gives
was really
that.
good. Hmm.
How to Love a Jamaican by Alexis
Mm.
Authors is actually another good one.
I listened to that one
Somebody
last month.
asked me about that book, How to Love a Jamaican, and my response was don't.
Eh.
I thought it
I
was
I mean, you're
very
not
mean,
wrong.
wrong.
you're not completely wrong, but
You're
it
not.
also memoir wise, How to Save Babylon by Sophia
Oh, I
Sinclair.
had someone tell me that that was trauma porn, don't read it, so on and
Oh
so
my
forth. And
God.
I was like, oh, brother, this guy stinks.
I think is it the same person that said they just couldn't relate to it and all this other stuff and da da da. Da.
And I was like, that's a you problem. It's not the book, it's you.
Because everybody can't be saying the same thing about the same book. It like it really can't.
Like,
Ugh, I hate it. Honestly, also King of Ashes kind of gives, like you were saying earlier, kind of gives summary.
It
they
If you
did.
do,
think
because
about the
it's
pacing,
the
yeah.
pacing, the
Hmm.
vibe, I think the place as well, like they are going out, going to parties and clubs. Like it's
Hmm.
like what's that song? Shaking Butt on Top of Cars? Like it's that kind of vibe in the book.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. I don't know, like you said, I really think about the summer reads really for the book club to give them, a nice little pacing of some sort. But yeah, and also the only time I really turn my brain on a lot for theme books is around cozy season. Like a lot. Like that's the
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember you tried to tell me something was cozy, and I said that's not the definition of that word.
It was just a little bit. Dang. It was
It
cozy to
was
me.
the reformatory. Charisse, she said the reformatory was a cozy book. I said, ma'am, that
What
is
part of
not.
what
When you
part of
said
that was
wait,
cozy?
wait. Back up, back up. When we're breaking this down theoretically, right? Not
Oh,
necessarily the people are cozy, but the setting of how she set up the story and brought us in. Just the setting description using adjectives made me feel like I was in a nice fall day, theoretically, not necessarily nice. I was and in a fall day with leaves falling down in this setting of a town, and I was placed there with my hoodie on. That's how I felt cozy. Theoretically. Until the story started getting to going, and then I was like, and then it's all about the vibe you create when you read.
hmm. Okay, so this one book, This Poison Heart by Helen Byron. That's cozy. It's fantasy. It's YA. You could read that in the summer as well. Because the reformatory.
What were we
But
talking about
yes.
before Mother Nature decided to
We were
Um,
talking about Jess's theoretical coziness of the
oh my
reformatory.
goodness.
Yes, Jess, you and your cozy horror.
Some people enjoy cozy horror.
No, yeah, but
That wasn't on the list though.
that's not on the list at
Yeah,
all.
that wasn't
Okay, guys. Okay,
that
also.
wasn't it. And I
Um,
remember when you said that to me, I looked at you kind of crazy. I was like, whom?
mm-hmm.
What?
No, because that's crazy. There is a thriller that I had on my list, The Butterfly Garden by Dot Hutchinson. That was one of the books I read when I was getting back into reading, like after I graduated and stuff. I actually had dreams about that book. And I tell people to read that all the time. I'm like, do you like thrillers? And they're like, what would you recommend? Well, do you like crazy? Do you like thrillers? Do you like FBI cases? Like you want to read something like that? Because I have something for you. And then they're always like, why did you tell me to read this?
Wait,
And
how scary
it's a
is it?
it's not like scary, it's just the things that are happening. So
Mm-hmm.
like there's four books in the series. They each follow like an FBI agent, and the first book is like the lead FBI agent. And this house catches on fire and they go save all these girls. But the girls all have these tattoos on their backs of like butterfly wings. And
Hmm.
there's one girl that she's the only one that came out unscathed that can actually talk to the FBI agents. And so you're basically going through the story. It's like SVU, but more intense.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah. And so, like, there were just things that happened in that book that I was like having dreams about it. And I was like, oh, Jesus. The whole series is really good because it's
Okay.
like
So,
their cases involve like children and teens being harmed. Like, that's their unit. So, and like each case, like the detective, the agent on the case, like has some type of tie to the case in some type of way.
Mm.
The last book I feel like was my hardest to get through, but it was also really good. I can't think of the name right now, but it made me cry a little bit.
so if we're gonna go the route of like thriller or like mystery, then I would say Walter Mosley, like the Easy Rawlins series. Those are
Yeah,
all
that's a good
like
one.
good or like kind of fast paced.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'm trying to think of another one.
There's another one
Yeah.
coming out in September, actually.
Jeez, he be whipping these books out, man.
You
Hey.
do. Because
You
that's coming
know,
out, and then in the same month, the Man in the Basement adaptation is coming out too.
And Bernice McFadden has like two other books. Not outside of the memoir and the other book that she has two other books coming out.
I don't think those are new though. I think those are republished.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think those are new. I don't think those are new. I think those are just republished now that she's with
Yeah.
whatever publisher it is.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
wouldn't
man.
sound crazy.
Y'all been having bad storms, I'm not gonna lie.
Bruh. The other night I was like, it sounded like Thor and them is up there tussling.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of mythical creatures, Jess, you need to just bite the bullet and watch The Sandman.
Oh no,
oh my
we talked
gosh,
about
I need to
it.
start that.
We talked about watching it this weekend, so.
You need
I
to
need
do
to
that
start season
because
two.
Orpheus pissed me off so bad last night.
Hmm?
I said Orpheus pissed me off so bad last night. And like the story of Orpheus is like Greek mythology or whatever, but and I knew it
Yeah.
already, but I, seeing it again, I was like, they told that motherfucker walk forward, don't look back. And what the fuck did that bitch do? He looked back.
Yeah.
Pissed me off.
Yeah, when I finished shrinking, I said, I know there's some type of show that I need to start the second season, and it's that one. I mean, I have a
Yes,
lot of shows that I need to start, but
that
I
was
definitely need to
good.
watch The Sandman.
The Sandman, but they only put the first 6 episodes out. The next, however many come out next Friday, I believe.
I
Yeah, so
absolutely
by the
hate
time I
when they do
catch
that.
up, yeah, by the time we catch up, those episodes should be out.
Yeah, it should be
Yeah.
out
Either give
already.
me all the episodes or give them to me once a week. Don't give me half
And then
and
the other
then make
half.
me
It's
wait
so
and give me the
annoying.
other half.
Yeah.
At this
You're not
point,
wrong,
take me
friend.
back to cable. Like, give me the TV guide and everything, child. Just take me back.
Well, Spectrum and what is it, DirecTV still holding it down. And
Mm,
Xfinity.
yeah, I have YouTube TV because my mom got rid of her Spectrum. and got YouTube TV instead. So I
Hmm.
use that.
What that's always an interesting conversation when different states talk about what cable services they have. Cause here it's either Cablevision, Xfinity, Verizon, or DirecTV here and there.
We have
Yeah.
DirecTV, Spectrum, Verizon, Xfinity, but not a lot of people use Xfinity. It's usually Spectrum and Verizon.
Okay.
Yeah, we have direct. No, I don't think we got direct TV. We got Spectrum, AT&T, and then after that, Xfinity maybe.
That's always interesting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that's about it.
We used to have
It's
one called Time Warner.
yeah, we used to have Time Warner here. And well, in the
Hmm.
Didn't
city.
have that in Florida. No, no. Hmm.
Same goes for like restaurants and stuff. Like there are just some things that are just down south. Like we
Yeah.
don't have Hardee's here. We don't have Zaxby's.
Oh
We
yeah, those
don't
are down south. Yeah.
have Bojangles.
Oh.
We
Oh,
have
you
one
know.
Bojangles, but I didn't even know we had that because we didn't have that here. But we have
It
one
just,
now.
it's not even in Florida. It's only in like Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina,
Virginia.
and Virginia. Yeah, and
Because we don't
anywhere
have a
that's south.
Zaxby's
Yeah,
either. Also, I learned when you
exactly.
posted that video about Buc-ee's that there were Buc-ee's other places than Texas. And I don't know who I need to get on the line with, but I'm tired of them giving other people our stuff because what are we doing here? They gave,
Yeah.
I there was a sign. The last time I was driving on the New Jersey Turnpike, there was a sign that says Bucky's 300 something miles in that direction. And it made me so angry.
no,
Like,
Buc-ee's is Texas's Disneyland, and next up is HEB. Like
yeah, I do some crazy things to have a HEB near me. I
I
would.
thought I
HEB,
really
HEB
want
is
one
so nice.
too.
I feel
Yeah.
like the equivalent is probably like how we have Wegmans or Publix, just maybe like a better Publix.
Yeah, what's the equivalent here? Psst, not Ralph's. Um, Air One?
I was about to say the place with the $20 smoothie.
Yeah,
Ugh.
Air One might be the. I don't know
Um,
anywhere else. I don't know what else.
And
Like,
we just got an HEB in the Metroplex last year or maybe a year and a half ago. And then they're getting ready to build one like down the street from me here in like the city of Dallas. People are
mm-hmm,
losing their minds because like you'd have to Austin or like Waco. They had one like far out, like outside of like Fort Worth.
mm,
Nobody's driving to fucking Fort Worth for HEB. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. But I'm really excited. Like they have my mom's favorite coffee there. She will drive 30 minutes to go get them coffee pods.
it's
mm.
Like
crazy because you saying driving 30 minutes, that's not a long time, but I know in
for
country miles, that's like
well,
an
for
hour.
us, it's not a long time, but when I say that to certain people, like my family in El Paso, to them, that's a really long time because El Paso is this big. My
Yeah.
cousin moved here and she was like, oh, I have to drive 35 minutes to work. And then on my way back, there's traffic. And I said, welcome to DFW, girl. You better put you
Yeah,
on a podcast because that 35 minutes to drive to work, that's nothing.
it's
Some people drive
nothing.
2 hours.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
30
nuts.
minutes here, 30 minutes here is like an hour back home equivalent. Like 30 minutes home is like it's like nothing. It's like whatever. We get there in 30. But 30 minutes here, we don't measure we measure by minutes and not by miles. That's the thing.
Hmm.
And it's like, okay, it could be 2 miles down the street, but that thing is gonna take 20 minutes to get there.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, same with here
yeah.
in the city. Like if you look at it, Manhattan or Times Square is technically only 5 miles away from me.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take me 45 minutes to an hour to get there.
Yep.
Yeah. Like the
Mm-hmm.
transplants that we have here, which I keep telling them we have other places in Texas that you can go. Dallas, Houston, and Austin are full. Go to San Antonio.
I
Go to
don't think
Laredo.
people
I don't know.
realize how big Texas actually is. Like, I think
No,
seeing it on a map and actually experiencing that, like, oh, if you want to go from one side of Texas to the other, you probably need to take a flight or you drive in 6, 7 hours.
it's a whole day. Going to
Mhm.
us driving to El Paso is almost it's 9.5 hours.
If I drive 9 hours from my house in any direction outside of New Jersey,
You in another state.
multiple other states, actually, multiple.
No.
7 hours it
Yes.
takes us to get to my aunt's house in Virginia, and I gotta drive through
Yeah.
most of New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, then get to Virginia. If I drive like 9 hours, I'm damn near in Georgia.
Yeah, no.
I
At
picked
hour 5,
the
you're just in the desert. So you're
yeah,
just getting to the
same.
desert at hour 5. And then there's
Well,
mountains in El Paso. So then that's how I
yeah.
mark where we are.
Okay,
Once
so
I start
if
seeing the
I'm
mountains,
going
I'm like, we're
south,
close.
I'm driving through most of the southern states, right? Especially 9 hours, that's gonna get me
It's probably
close to
North
Georgia.
Carolina. Oh,
If I go in
Georgia.
the opposite direction, right, it's gonna take me a minute to get all the way through Pennsylvania.
Hmm.
But even going that way, that many hours, I'll be in Ohio.
I've lived in two states that are just big, and I don't know this lifestyle because
I
If
if
don't
I
know that
go
I'm,
up
lifestyle
that
either.
many
yeah,
hours, I'll be in Vermont.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
if I'm
I
at
don't know that life.
I don't know that life because I'm in South Florida, and if it's nine, sometimes it takes 8 to 9 hours to even get out the state to just get to Georgia. Hmm. And imagine if you all the way at Key West or the tippy
If
bottom of
I
Miami.
drive, amen, 9 hours in any direction out of away from my home, I
Hmm.
will have traveled through multiple states in any direction.
No.
Yeah,
The
we
only
don't
time I'm
got
getting
that.
to another state,
Mm-mm.
especially because I'm in North Texas, is if I'm going to Oklahoma, because
I was
Oklahoma
about to
is
say,
like
yeah.
45 minutes to an hour from where I am.
Okay.
But no, like I don't know this life that you speak of. People be like,
Yeah,
"Oh, you
same.
got to go to Austin." I'm like, oh, that's 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I
One
don't know that
highway.
lifestyle.
It
I don't
takes
Yeah.
2 hours to drive the whole bit of New Jersey.
know. The
Yeah,
first time
no.
I went to California, my best friend, we woke up at 1 a.m. so she could drive me from Sacramento to LA. Mind you,
Oh, wait,
I
she
was only th-
drove?
my best friend she's gone from Texas to Canada. She loves to drive. She took me to she took me to Hollywood Studios. I'm not going to say why she took me to Hollywood Studios because, but that's where she took me. She had me up and down in 4 days. She had me up and down the state of California. I was
You
only
were,
there for 4 days.
yeah, it's like, so like to go, so they have this running joke of like, it's a competition. If you could do the desert, the beach, the city, yeah, desert, beach, city, all in like 3 or 4 hours. You
You
can
told me
surf.
about this.
Yeah, you can surf, you can climb, and you can go snowboarding
Mhm.
and do all of that. Because like One Direction, if you go east, you can hit the IE, which is like the desert. If you go obviously west, you hit the water. If you keep going southeast, more desert, lots of mountains. And then just going up, I haven't even driven all the way up to like Sacramento or which one, San Francisco or none of that because
So,
like
like, okay,
No, San Francisco is so fun.
to give you a better idea, 3.5 hours south from me is Washington, D.C. 3.5 hours north of me is Boston.
yeah, no, we don't got
No,
none of that, girl.
three and a
But
half
you could
hours south of me
do
is Austin.
6 hours north of me
mhm.
will take me like very, very upstate New York. Two
Yeah.
2 hours away from me is Rhinebeck, upstate New York.
Yeah,
I
no, we don't got
think
none of that.
so. My dad's from Nebraska and he's driven there a couple times. And I think it takes him just as the same amount to get to Nebraska as it takes us to get to El Paso.
If I'm driving up and down Florida, if you go east or west, you go in the water. Until you get
Yeah.
to Jacksonville, you can kind of get. If you go to Jacksonville, you can get to Savannah, Georgia, but that's like driving about
I
six,
don't never want to
7
live in a state
hours.
that big.
No, and then
That's freaking me out. I need
and
to be
then
able to get out of this motherfucker.
and with Texas, a lot of people don't like. I have a lot of friends who like they grew up here, but they're from like East Coast, whatever. Like my friend Vanessa, she's like, we don't have the seasons here. And I'm like, if you want all the seasons, you need to go to Hill Country. So you need to go over there by Austin. If you want snow, you need to live in the Panhandle or maybe El Paso because they got the mountains. It snows once a year. Like you have to really
This is
pick where
like
you want to be in the state if you want to get a certain type of
this is
weather and
like I learned
environment.
when I realized that part of the Appalachian Mountains were in like Scotland somewhere. And I was like,
Hmm.
what do you mean?
What do we mean if they're over there?
Oh, basically Pangea. It when all of that shit cracked, some got over
Oh,
Okay.
there. Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
realize that. So there are bits of those places that have the same kind of like plants and land and whatever the case may be as some parts of the Appalachian.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like when I lived in Corpus, that's right by the beach. So like it was like nice weather all the time, all year round. Hurricane season. Watch out though. But you
Corpus Christi? Where's Selena?
hmm I went to school. I went to A&M in Corpus Christi first, and I saw the Selena
I
statue
love
because
her.
she's my favorite. And if you touch the butt, it's good luck. I love Selena. The lawyers came to one of my classes and talked about the case from when
Mm,
they tried the case and stuff. Yeah, like I love me some Selena.
wow.
I
Yeah.
mean,
That's
New
so
Jersey,
cool.
we have all the seasons. We just had it was a tornado the other day.
Yeah, you guys got a lot going on in your backyard.
Yeah,
The only
that's a
thing that we
lot.
need that we have never had, as far as I know, is a damn sandstorm.
Hmm.
I've been in one of those too because El Paso, the desert.
We had an
They
earthquake.
had dust
That was
storm
when I
house
was in the
there.
bathroom hollering, no thank you. Like that was supposed to do something. Um, the tornado was that was a couple of weeks ago. That was down well, what the people like to call Central Jersey. I don't think Central Jersey exists. It's North Jersey and South Jersey. That's it. Um, but I'm a purist. Okay, it's not pork roll. It's tail and ham, and you either from South Jersey or you from North Jersey. That's
What the hell is a pork roll?
don't
Like a
worry about it
roll?
because it's called tail and ham.
Okay, so what's a tail and a ham?
It's a breakfast meat.
Oh,
You could
like a
get you like a
kolache?
bacon, egg, and cheese, or you could get you a tail and ham, egg, and cheese.
Oh, not a kolache.
The fuck
What
is
is
a
a
kolache?
kolache?
You know what? I at the minute I said it, I said they don't know what a kolache. It's like a pig in a blanket.
So pigs in the blanket.
But no, kolaches are different than a pig in a
Is it a
blanket because
sausage or is it a?
there's sometimes you get a sausage in there, they put some cheese and the bread is nice and buttery. Pigs in the blanket don't taste like that. And I would say go to Dunkin' Donuts and get a kolache, but when I was in New York, I forgot that not everybody has a kolache, and I went to a Dunkin' Donuts and was sad as hell because I
What the
couldn't get a
hell is
kolache.
that's a
Yeah, no, they're gonna look
kolache?
at you like you funny here, and depending on what side of the state you're on, if you tell them that you want a pork roll, they're gonna look at you funny too.
Well, I'm not gonna say it now. I'm gonna say a tail and a something
Taylor, like the name,
like a Chuck
what's that
Taylor.
boy
I'm
from
about to say Chuck
California that be
Taylor.
smoking all the time? Wiz Khalifa,
Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz
Taylor Gang,
Khalifa, Taylor. Well, it's okay because
Taylor Ham,
if I get one, I'm gonna be with you anyway. So I'm gonna be
pretty
like, what was
much
that thing you told me? The tail, the
Taylor Ham, egg, and
lamb.
cheese. Dang, I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm gonna have to give me one of them tomorrow on a bagel. But yeah, they're
Wow.
just like, you go certain places below the Mason-Dixon line, you could get Scrapple.
A what?
Jess, you lived
Scrapple.
in Florida. You don't know what Scrapple is?
they call us, we don't even live in the South apparently. So no. That's what they be
Oh,
telling
I mean,
us.
I think Scrapple is the chitlins of breakfast meats because it's gray.
You
It looked
lost me at
like
chitlins.
it looked like what it is. Like they took all the scraps and made a patty out of it. I only eat it once every 7 business years when I remember that I have free will and I can order me. I'm below the Mason-Dixon line and I can order me some scrapple.
Oh,
Wow, the different regions and the things
Fry it
that we
hard
have.
too.
oh God.
Oh, you have
It's
to fry it
pork.
hard.
It's pork. It's, it just looked weird. It's just like when I was little, my grandfather used to let me eat raw hot dogs. He also used to let me eat pickled pig feet. I come from country people, okay?
My family does the
And
pickle
every
pig
once in a
feet.
while, if I get like, if I go to the butcher and get like good quality, like a good quality hot dog, I'm probably gonna eat it raw.
I've never really had pork like that.
I would say that you're not missing much, but I've been wanting a fried pork chop sandwich for like 3 days now on some white
Hmm.
bread with enough hot sauce to turn my bread pink and some French fries.
Is
Mhm.
it? Hmm.
Sound like it's gonna make my blood pressure high, but it's gonna be good.
Mm-mm.
Um, I'm trying to think. What are the pickled pig feet was a good time when I was a child. I won't eat it now.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've never done the pickled pig feet. I said,
Delicious.
you want me to eat somebody's feet? No,
The
thank
most I've
you.
had is a pickled egg.
Yeah, I don't think my grandfather told me exactly what it was until like I had ate through most of the jar.
Oh no, my auntie that makes them, and everybody's like, "Oh, will you make it for me? Will you make it for me?" She told me exactly what it was, showed me, and I said, "I'm not eating y'all. First of all, y'all eat the chitlins and the feet. What won't you eat?"
Chitlins is where I draw the line. I think the most absurd thing that I've ever eaten probably is pickled pig feet. Um, yeah, that's probably the most like out there
Hmm.
thing that I've eaten.
Mm, the most is cow foot.
Okay, you eat a
That's
cow foot, you can eat a
You could
pig
eat
foot.
a pig's foot if you ate a cow's foot.
I have no desire to eat it because I've never had I've never had really pork like this. So just I'm not in a rush,
Girl, and like fat back, like my grandmother she used to get slabs of fat back that would like to make like greens and stuff with, but she would save enough of it to fry for me. Skin be all crackly. It's basically homemade pork rinds.
Hmm. You don't put turkey in yours? Turkey neck in
Like
yours?
cry.
Not always.
Oh, okay.
My mom puts a ham hock
Traditionally, it's
and a
ham hocks.
jalapeno. Hmm.
Traditionally,
No.
it's pork meat. It's ham hocks. It's like pig
Yeah.
feet, like those that type of meat.
Yeah.
People, depending on your family, right? Depending on what your family normally ate, what they had access to, I feel like putting turkey meat, smoked turkey meat, or turkey necks or whatever in beans or um whatever is newer, right? Because people want a more healthier option,
Yeah.
but it's always been hell. Even if I make a pot of string beans or something like that, like fresh string beans, oh, with some
Mm-hmm.
potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I'm
always been a
I'm
religious
looking for
thing
me
for
a
me.
ham bone. Like I'm looking for me a piece
Mm-hmm.
of like smoked
Because
ham meat to get that flavor.
Mm.
you're
Yeah.
Seventh Day Adventist, right, Jess? Yeah,
Mm.
my mom's side of the family is seven. Not everybody follows, but my great
Mm.
aunts and my aunt, they don't do the pork. The only time she'll have pork in her house is when me and my mom are there. Because I said, if you try to feed me that turkey bacon, we're gonna have a problem. Until that turkey
I
can
love
oink
turkey
and pigs
bacon.
can fly,
I
I've
do
don't
never
not.
had
I
pork
don't
bacon.
mind turkey bacon, but it is offensive sometimes.
I've
Like
never had a
I
good
didn't
turkey
know it was.
bacon.
there's nothing like thick slab cut bake, like legit bacon that's like thick
Hmm.
cut from the butcher, baby. and I don't
And
even eat
just
bacon often anymore, but I'm not going to go and get a pack of turkey bacon. I'm not going to do that. I'll eat turkey
no.
sausage, no problem,
Oh.
of all variety. I'll even go get some beef bacon before I go get me some turkey bacon. Turkey bacon look like the dog food, the dog treats that I give Gunner.
And it's just so
Have
like I
you
just
had
I'm
can't.
not even being funny. I dead ass. It looks legit like the dog treats that I give him.
Charisse, have you had Morningstar bacon?
I'm about to say, is that Daystar's brother? I know. I've
Um,
never had that.
All right. Okay. Charisse, it was lovely having you. Would you like to tell the people where they can find you across the internet?
You can find me on Instagram at RissieReadsAlot. That's RISSIE and then reads a lot because you should be able to spell reads a lot. Um,
I'm so
was that
dead.
too much?
I'm leaving it in there at this point.
I didn't want to spell out everything. I'm on Instagram. I'm actually on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads as Reese Reads a lot. But you're more likely
Okay.
to see
She
me
also
post
has a
stuff on
podcast.
Instagram.
She also has a podcast.
Oh yes,
Would you
I
like to
do
tell them the
also
name of
have
it?
a. I do also have a podcast.
I
It's called
do
Menace to
have.
Books. It's called Menace to Book Society.
That is
Okay.
hilarious.
You
My
could
baby
find
said, I
us.
do have a podcast.
I do. Sometimes I forget. I don't know how. We're on Instagram as Menace to Book Society, and it's the number two. But I think if you search us on like Spotify, it's the double I if you're looking for it. But yeah, Menace to Book Society. That is my podcast.
It was lovely having you, friend.
Yes, thank
Yes,
you.
thank you, Literature Extraordinaires.
Actually, we are the League of Extraordinary Readers pod at gmail.com if you would like to email us. League of Extraordinary Readers on socials everywhere else. Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.